encouragement to us, don't give up, Just one time, then everything, you guys pray to the other people, then nothing happened, but don't give up.
Yeah.
Jesus himself then show this kind of situation. Okay, I have an experience. Okay, one experience. While I was in Japan, a couple of years ago, I met one of the guy. Okay, I just put this here. Robert Kaiser. This guy's name, you can see internet. This one. This guy from the Uganda. So I was an interpreter, So he came from the Africa to the, Japan. So I tried to help him. Then he's a nice guy, but now, after a couple of years later, he become world-known guy, Yeah. But one time, then Japanese kind of elder guy, and also he brought maybe high school or something. So he never hear his ear. So that's why deaf people can't talk. You know that, right? Because always you guys hear your talk. So that's why, always correcting your mind or brain or something like that. So that's why once he can't hear, he can't talk. He doesn't know how to talk because he never heard his voice. So that's why very, kind of difficult. But this guy, Kaiser, so then I was so amazed. Then he just touched, high school boys, ear. So then he started praying. Then I was so amazed and curious about. So that's why I forget the translation. I just wrote it correctly. So the Kaiser said, "No, John, you gotta translate you." So then just back and forth. But anyway, after 5 minutes, then this guy, this high school boy, then started hearing.
Wow.
He was so amazed.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So then first he talked very much like baby.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Right.
But you can imagine 10 minutes after he can start talking daddy or something, something like that. So that's why even now, really this guy is a very dedicated, Christian, this one. So I met a couple times, but this time, in Japan, and really I saw what's going on, I was so curious. But he said, "John, you gotta translate." Everybody here wants to hear, Okay. So quite a nice time I had. But so that's why whenever book, Bible tells some miracle or something, I believe it. Then I just receive it. Then lots of people hear after that. After my ear open, my eye open, then completely different, kind of understanding than Christianity or something like that. Yeah. So different between Christianity and another one. Muslim also lots of power. They got the huge power, but the only difference, work for the Jesus. Jesus is only different.
Yeah.
They got the Buddhism also. They got Hindu. I saw them tremendous, miracle and the power. All over the place. So that's why I told his ministry, like I explained to you. Then of course the teaching, and preaching and also healing. Yeah. So healing is not, you can't just ignore.
Right.
Especially I had experience, something. Yeah. Okay, next one. Spirit. Which one's it? Spirit of infirmity and both together. Okay, can you read? So this is like a Luke chapter 13, verse 11 to 13.
And behold, there was a woman which had a spirit of infirmity 18 years, and was bold together, and could in no wise lift up herself. And when Jesus saw her, he called her to him, and said unto her, Woman, thou art loosed from thy infirmity. And he laid his hand on her, and immediately she was made straight, and the Lord spake to her.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Man. Dropsy. Okay. You can read. Okay. And also two passages. Okay. Next one is cut off the servant ear. Peter cut. The servant ear, and Jesus healed. Okay. Yeah.
One Sabbath, when Jesus went to eat in the house of a prominent Pharisee, he was being carefully watched. There in front of him was a man suffering from abnormal swelling of his body. Jesus asked the Pharisees and experts in the law, Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath or not? But they remained silent. So taking hold of the man, he healed him and sent him on his way.
Yeah, that's area. So we are talking about then like a Pharisee and the lawmaker and ordinary people. What's different? So then those people know everything, whole Ten Commandments and everything. Then the very intellectual, people, but those people has no love. So that's why, okay, Jesus, he healed the Sabbath day. Sabbath day, you shouldn't work anyway. So then I used to work area, Fairfax, Fairfax and the Beverly area, television stations I used to work. Then those areas are very much Jewish oriented. Everybody walk to the church, synagogue or something. They never touch even a car. Even electricity, they don't touch. Then crazy, So then hire somebody, Mexican boy or something, then turn on the lights and the garage open or something like that. So that's why I don't like a religious, one. They don't have like a real human being heart and the communication even. Very, very particular person. Okay, so next one, go ahead.
Now on his way to Jerusalem, Jesus traveled along the border between Samaria and Galilee. As he was going into a village, 10 men who had leprosy met him. They stood at a distance and called out in a loud voice, Jesus, Master, have pity on us. When he saw them, he said, Go, show yourselves to the priests. And as they went, they were cleansed. One of them, when he saw he was healed, came back, praising God in a loud voice. He threw himself at Jesus' feet and thanked him, and he was a Samaritan. Jesus asked, Were not all 10 cleansed? Where are the other 9? Has no one returned to give praise to God except this foreigner? Then he said to him, Rise and go. Your faith has made you well.
So this one's actually 10 leprosy actually heal,
Yeah.
but really coming back to the Jesus only one. As the rest of the one, Jesus himself said, "I don't know." Mean is really another 9 people really continuously healing process or stop, or we don't know. But anyway, just the book said that Jesus never condemn, judge, but it's up to them. So then the one guy completely heal, then keep healing. Other people heal, but after that, nobody knows, Okay. So then also another 20, Luke 22, 50 and 51. This one's also interesting story.
And one of them struck the servant of the high priest, cutting off his right ear. But Jesus answered, "No more of this." And he touched the man's ear and healed him. And Jesus said to the chief priests, the officers of the temple guard, and the elders who had come from him, "Am I leading a rebellion that you have come with swords and clubs?"
Okay, Jesus actually showed, and even he got beat him up and crucified, and he knows what's going on. Then he got arrested, but still he keep his business, like a healing business. So actually he healed. Can you imagine? He put the ear back to this servant. Okay, now last 3 scripture, all book of John. Okay, you got the Bible, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you just read John chapter 4, 46 to 53.
Once more he visited Cana in Galilee, where he had turned the water into wine, and there was a certain royal official whose son lay sick at Capernaum. When this man heard that Jesus had arrived in Galilee from Judea, he went to him and begged him to come and heal his son, who was close to death. "Unless you people see signs and wonders," Jesus told him, "you will never believe." The royal official said, "Sir, come down before the child dies." "Go," Jesus replied, "your son will live." The man took Jesus at his word and departed. While he was still on the way, his servants met him with the news that his boy was living. When he inquired as to the time when his son got better, they said to him, "Yesterday at 1 in the afternoon, the fever left him." Then the father realized that this was the exact time at which Jesus had said to him, "Your son will live." So he and his whole household believed.
So next one, chapter 5, verse 1 to 9. The man Bethesda, okay, maybe 15, chapter 5, 1 to 15, verse 1 to 15.
You want to read? Sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish festivals. Now there is in Jerusalem near the sheep gate a pool which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, and which is surrounded by 5 covered colonnades. Here a great number of disabled people used to lie: the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. One who was there had been invalid for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" "Sir," the invalid replied, "I have no one to help me into the pool when the water verse 5. When I am trying to get in, someone else goes down ahead of me. Then Jesus said to him, Get up, pick up your mat and walk. At once the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked. The day on which this took place was a Sabbath. And so the Jewish leader said to the man who had been healed, It is the Sabbath. The law forbids you to carry your mat. But he replied, The man who made me well said to me, Pick up your mat and walk. So they asked him, Who is this fellow who told you to pick it up and walk? The man who was healed had no idea who it was, for Jesus had slipped away into the crowd that was there. Later, Jesus found him at the temple and said to him, See, you're well again. Stop sinning, or something worse may happen to you. The man went away and told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who had made him well.
Yeah. So this is also a remarkable story. 38 years, then he kept his illness. That just Jesus come and one time, then heal this guy. Then after that, then everybody like another religious people, then they said, "Oh, congratulations, you healed or something." No, just condemn. People like a crazy. Yeah. Okay, last one. One blind from birth. Chapter 9, 1 to 41. So this is all like a healing story, and also what actually Jesus actually did. But mainly, like you remember, like I told you, Jesus himself, he didn't do. Then what actually Father did. So then he's a human, shape. So that's why he just performed, Okay? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Chapter
As he
9.
went along, he saw a man blind from birth. His disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Neither this man nor his parents sinned, said Jesus, but this happens so that the works of God might be displayed in him. As long as it is day, we must do the works of him who sent me. Night is coming when no one can work. While I'm in the world, I am the light of the world. After saying this, he spit on the ground, made some mud with the saliva, and put it on the man's eyes. Go, he told him. Washing the pool of Siloam. This means so the man went and washed and came home seeing. His neighbors and those who had formerly sinned and begging asked, Isn't this the same man who used to sit and beg? Some claimed that he was. Others said, No, he only looks like him. But he himself insisted, I am the man. How then were your eyes open? He asked. He replied, The man they called Jesus made some mud and put it on my eyes. He told me to go to Siloam and wash. So I went and washed, and then I could see. Where is this man? They asked him. I don't know, he said. They brought to the Pharisees the man who had been blind. Now the day on which Jesus had made the mud and opened the man's eyes was on Sabbath. Therefore, Pharisees also asked him how he had received his sight. He put mud on my eyes, the man replied, and I washed, and now I see. Some of the Pharisees said, This man is not from God, for he does not keep the Sabbath. But others asked, How can a sinner perform such signs? So they were divided. And they turned again to the blind man. What have you to say about it? It was your eyes he opened. The man replied, He is a prophet. They still did not believe that he had been blind and had received his sight until they sent for the man's parents. Is this your son? They asked. Is this the one you say was born blind? How is it that now he can see? We know he is our son. The parents answered, and we know he was born blind, but how can he see now, or who opened his eyes? We don't know. Ask him. He is of age. He'll speak for himself. His parents said this because they're afraid of the Jewish leaders who already had decided that anyone who acknowledged that Jesus was the Messiah would be put out of the synagogue. That was why his parents said he's of age, asked him. A second time they summoned the man who had been blind. Give glory to God by telling the truth, they said. You know this man is a sinner. He replied, whether he is a sinner or not, I don't know. One thing I didn't know, I was blind, but now I see. Then they asked him, what did he do to you? How did he open your eyes? He answered, I have told you already and you did not listen. Why do you want to hear it again? Do you want to become his disciples too? then they hurled insults at him and said, you're this fellow's disciple. You're disciples of Moses. We know that God spoke to Moses, but as for this fellow, we don't even know where he comes from. The man answered, now that is remarkable. You don't know where he comes from, yet you opened my eyes. You know that God does not listen to sinners. He listens to the godly person who does his will. Nobody has ever heard of opening the eyes of a man born blind. If this man were not from God, he could do nothing. To this they reply, you were steeped in sin at birth. How dare you lecture us? And they threw him out. Jesus heard that they had thrown him out, and when he found him, he said, do you believe in the Son of Man? Who is he, sir? The man asked. Tell me so that I may believe in him. Jesus said, you have now seen him. In fact, he is the one speaking with you. Then the man said, Lord, I believe, and he worshipped him. Jesus said, for judgment I have come into this world, so that the blind will see, and those who see will become blind. Some Pharisees who were with them heard him say this and asked, what? Are we blind too? Jesus said, if you're blind, you would not be guilty of sin. But now that you claim you can see, your guilt remains.
Thank you. Yeah. So this is a kind of interesting, situation. And